Okay, here we go.
We're going.
Okay.
Hi, thank you for joining Hawaii Wellness Network, and we're very excited to have Still and Moving Center with us, Renee, the owner, and it's an amazing studio down the street. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it and what you offer?
Still and Moving Center is at 1024 Queen Street in Kaka'ako, and we call ourselves a joyous place for moving meditation. And that means that we are in motion and yet we keep a still center. So there's a sense of this peacefulness and healing health that we maintain the whole time that we're moving. When I talk about movement, I'm talking about many, many different kinds. I myself am a NIA teacher, and I'll be showing you a little bit of NIA. And in addition to NIA being a moving meditation, we have so many other kinds of movement practices. And probably the first thing that would come to mind as a moving meditation would be yoga. And in fact, we do have yoga. We have yoga that's on the ground. We have yoga that's in the air, slightly in the air.
And children's classes as well.
Children's and adults, yeah, we do aerial yoga. That's hanging from a hammock that's about waist height. So for example, if you're doing one of your down dogs, you'll have this hammock supporting you, and it's a great spinal extension as you're doing that. Or you could have the hammock behind your back, and you could be doing some sort of a back arch and fully supported. So that would be in the yoga category. And also aerial wise, we have aerial dance. So people are ascending up these silk fabrics and doing dance moves. Then we have dance on the floor, and we have all sorts of dance on the floor. We have samba, we have belly dance, we have beautiful ballet bars, so we can do contemporary ballet bar classes or power bar classes. And then we have things like Pilates, other fitness type classes like bands and balls, or a circuit training class. We go from that to something called Drums Alive, and this is something that the kids love. We take a big exercise ball, they get a couple drumsticks, and the exercise ball is on a stand so it doesn't roll away. The music comes on and the kids just get to pound away on that ball and click the sticks and learn their rhythmic kind of movement and dance. And then we have martial arts. We have an absolutely amazing Tai Chi teacher, and that certainly is a slower, more meditative practice. Aikido for kids and adults. Capoeira, which is a Brazilian martial arts, dance, acrobatic type movement format. We have over 100 classes a week, plus workshops.
And if someone wants to try out a class, you offer the first one for free.
We do, yeah.
That's a great opportunity.
First class free.
Yeah, so you can pick out what you really want to try, and it'll probably be fun to try the different classes, see what you really connect to, and instead of going, I get tired of going to the gym to get my workout, so it's such a fun thing. And I got to go to your open house a couple of years ago and see a little bit of all the samples of the modalities.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start the studio? It was like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
About a year and a half.
Yes.
And I had been teaching NIA for a number of years, and I finally just needed a place that we could do as much NIA as we wanted to do, and that we would have a beautiful floor to move on. And so in fact our floors are gorgeous. They're sprung mango floors. The spring is, the floors are about this thick, so there's really good feeling in the body when you're moving on these floors. And what did I like most about NIA? It was that it was a moving meditation. I could be just fully engaged, having a blast, and still had the stillness inside. In NIA, we hold a focus all during our class.
Wow. So you've been a NIA teacher for many years before you opened the store.
Yeah, yes, I've been a NIA teacher for about 10 years. Yeah.
And I saw the location during construction, and if you haven't had a chance to see this studio, it is just amazing, and you did such a beautiful job. I can't think of a center on the island that's more beautiful. So they can come and take a tour anytime. And,
oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And see the facility and all the classes.
Yes. I had so many talented people helping me to create it that, yes, really, I think the result turned out beautifully. I've had people coming from San Francisco saying, there's no place like this in San Francisco. I even have had people from New York saying they haven't seen the equal in New York.
Wow.
And certainly in Hawaii, we are the most comprehensive mind-body movement studio that exists.
And you offer classes and workshops. I've seen cooking classes and just everything from women's issues and support, for the community. And do you have any upcoming classes that?
Oh, I have.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you
tell you about
anything really, really exciting that's new that maybe someone hasn't heard about, and they can go to your website to see all the upcoming events and classes.
I want to hold this up and talk about some of the events that we have coming up. We have the marathon, Honolulu Marathon, coming around the corner very soon. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we have a marathoners yoga clinic.
Wow.
So they'll be able to find some of the best yogic exercises to prepare themselves. And then a longtime marathoner is going to give them some breathing and kind of interior techniques.
So are you announcing that you're going to run the marathon?
No, I'm not.
This time.
I'm not telling you that. I'm one of those no pain, no gain kind of people.
Yes,
Yes. We have a couple 101 classes coming up, workshops coming up. The first one is a Yoga 101 workshop, and you come to the workshop and then you get a week of unlimited yoga classes at Stella Moving Center, and there are yoga classes every day. The next one is NIA 101. You take a NIA workshop, learn the basics of NIA, then you get unlimited NIA.
So that would be good if you're a little nervous about being able to keep up with the moves and you've never really danced before.
Yeah, right.
Get a little confidence first.
Right, right. So the yoga one is on October 21st, and the NIA one is October 28th. I don't know if the camera can see this or not.
And they can go to the website as well.
Yes, of course. Feldenkrais is an amazing movement practice that most people have not heard about. Feldenkrais is very small. I'm going to put this down. It's very small movements. Most of them are done on the floor. And the effect of a Feldenkrais class is to reset the body's nervous system. So little patterns that we tend to hold that cause us pain because we keep holding them. In Feldenkrais, you learn how to work through that. You might do the same pattern on the other side and then learn how to release it, and like I say, it resets the nervous system. So it's very healing.
If I'm on the computer all the time and I have a short shoulder, this would help me to...
Feldenkrais would be a really good healing technique. So we have someone who trained with the founder, Moshe Feldenkrais, and is his direct, in his direct lineage. He did the filming for Moshe Feldenkrais at the end of his life, his last Feldenkrais classes. And he is coming to give us a 2-day workshop, and that's the first weekend in November. Really highly recommend the Feldenkrais workshop. As you mentioned, we have classes for kids, and we also have a retreat coming up. It's for teen girls. It's called Turning Point. We see that age in their lives is just being so critical, where with a little bit of guidance, a little bit of healthy suggestions about how they could take their lives, it could be a real turning point for them. So this is out on the Waianae coast. They'll be at Surya's Mauna Farm. They'll do some aerial yoga from the trees.
Oh, fun. That sounds great.
They get to have a chance to do hiking and rock climbing, and they are going to be working with a counselor who works through animals. With a little luck, we're going to have a horse there,
Nice.
and that interaction with the animal is going to be something that will be informative to them, finding their own inner truth.
And what is the age group for that?
It's about like 14 through 17 kind of range.
It's that fun age. I wouldn't want to go through that again. So it's a challenging age and a very exciting.
It's
learn
exciting.
some healthy things.
Yeah. If you have never tried this exciting thing called aerial yoga, you could get an introduction to that, and that will be on Sunday, November 11th.
And that's a free class or introduction?
No, it's a workshop.
A workshop.
It's a
okay.
workshop. It's a paid workshop. We have something called Challenge Yourself Play Shop, and this is put on by two amazing young people that are so fun to be around. They're just newlyweds. They're completely in love all the time. They're so
That's
cute.
nice to be around.
Yeah, Angela and David. And they show you how to use the aerial silks. They show you duo, acro. There's going to be slack lining, and you can be learning how to use the slack line. And our Aikido teacher will be there and showing how to roll and tumble and how to do, I think, an unbendable arm, how just different playful
Finding
things.
your inner child.
Yeah, perfect.
Playing.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
And then we have a couple restorative yoga evenings. And restorative yoga is where you get cradled by different cushions and bolsters. You're in a yogic pose, but you're completely supported in that pose, and you can just feel a very deep sense of relaxation.
Oh.
So one of them is with crystal bowls, another one is with some aromatherapy. And so yeah, one's on October 27th and the other is on November 25th.
So there's just so much to do. Besides your normal classes, you have the workshops. And also you know, if you're planning a workshop or a class in the movement arena, they can contact you to rent
Yes.
space as well.
Yeah, or to host something together is another way that we do it.
So they can, and who is the person they would contact?
Well, start by talking with me.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, Renee.
Yes. And how would they get in touch with you? Would you like to tell them your phone number and the website?
Sure. Let's do this. 397-7678. And the website is stillandmovingcenter.com.
And you just did an amazing job decorating, and you just walk in, it's like, wow. Just you feel like you're in Thailand. It's just the most amazing statues and decorations, and it just feels good. Like I just want to lay down in the waiting area and take a nap. Such a beautiful place.
It surprised me how it turned out. Yeah, I had so many talented people
Right.
that had great ideas.
So would you like to do some demonstrations?
I thought I'd show you a little bit of Nia. Nia combines a number of the different movement arts. So it combines some of the martial arts. It combines some of the moving art, or the healing arts. So I already told you about Feldenkrais. It has a little bit of Feldenkrais, has a little bit of yoga, and then it has dance arts in it.
So Nia would be a good, if someone doesn't have a lot of dance background, to just try a class.
Oh yeah, it doesn't.
And a good workout.
Yeah, it doesn't require any prior training at all. If you are at a class and you're looking out on the class and everybody is moving exactly the same way at the same time, doing the same thing, you're not looking at Nia. Even though there's suggested choreography in Nia, we ask people to really feel into it, to find their body's way of doing those movements. And since we all have such different bodies, it's going to come out differently for each of us.
That's great. So you can really let your personality come out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Great. I look forward to
That's
seeing
awesome.
this.
So I'm going to show you a little progression, much more condensed than we would do in a whole class. But it's showing you just a little warm-up something that gets moving a little bit more, and then something that gets moving a lot more.
Okay.
And I don't think I'll do the cool down at the end, but that's a part of it. So yeah, go ahead, let's hit it. Let's see if we can turn it up just a little bit. Now as I'm doing this, I'm really sensing into my spine. I don't always feel great in my back, so I'm finding ways to move my spine that are healing and feel really good. I'm going to step out, and as I do it, I want to step, and I'm feeling an opening right in the front of the leg, right there. An opening, and now it's a full body stretch right here. Yeah, good. So then here I'm opening on the other side. You'll notice that I'm leading with my heel. This comes from the martial arts. It's very much of a natural move. It's the way that human beings really walk. Yeah, good. So this is more from modern dance. We do different shapes with the body. I'm finding these shapes just listening to the music. Everybody's going to move differently. Now I'm looking into the pelvic bowl, finding a way to move in smooth movements. My landing gear, I call it, is the ankles, the knees, the hips. Here's another pelvic circle. Other way. I'm going to add a little turn onto it. It's so funny to do it by myself and not have a whole class with me. And then we move and lift. Anyway, that the body feels like lifting. And then a little move. Then we open up. Really sensing that chest. Open, open, opening. I'm sensing the back of my neck. I'm sensing all the way down to my feet and underneath. Okay. So this is more of the get moving part of the routine. At first we just do it simply. Then we add a little cha-cha-cha, in, cha-cha-cha. Blocks and punches. Ha, 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 ho, 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 ha, 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 ho, 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 ha, 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 ho, 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 ha, 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 ho, ho, cross, and open. I'm crossing my foot behind as I do it. Now ho first. Ho, 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 ha, 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 ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. I cross behind, I push up right through my spine. Ha, 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 ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. This is called fireball. Boom, lots of ab work. Boom. Boom. Fire rising, whole spine, all the way up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And look what great shape you are in, so we'll have to
I do this sometimes a week.
That's wonderful.
So what would happen after you really get moving and you know, you've got a good cardio workout, even though you're not bouncing. You notice I never did any kind of high-impact bounce. Then you slow it down, take it to the floor. We do something called floor play, and we always pronounce it very carefully. And it's a chance to really stretch, get a little strengthening going, and get back to center.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for sharing. And we're at Love Peace Harmony Center right down the street, so it's wonderful to have you down there. And there's so many amazing wellness and health businesses on this on Queen Street in Honolulu. So thank you for coming. And they can get in touch with you. Do you want to announce your website and your phone number again?
I do, and I also want to mention that we have a boutique with tons of dance and exercise clothes that are highly unique. Nobody else carries them on island, and we have a healing room with very talented therapists.
Yes, offer massage.
Massage, a new kind of massage called tensegrity and ashiatsu.
That's actually featured in the Hawaii Wellness Directory.
Yes,
yes,
right.
I had that done at an expo, and he actually walks on you, and it was amazing.
Yeah. So here we are. We're still in Moving Center, 1024 Queen Street. And the website is stillandmovingcenter.com.
Well, thank you for coming. And
Thank
you
you,
can also
Lori.
find them in the Hawaii Wellness Directory. Thank you.
Well, that was fun.